All right, well, I hope that worked. That was my Kentucky woman intro, because today I'm going to be talking about a Kentucky woman. My family just went on a vacation last week to Kentucky. Like, there aren't too many places that somebody from Nebraska can be like, what? Where? But I'd never been to Kentucky. And it was fantastic. It was beautiful and wonderful. But I am going to do a three-part series called Literary Kentucky, in case any of my viewers want to learn more about Kentucky. And I'm going to start with a Kentucky woman named Leesa Cross-Smith. There she is. I heard about this book I follow a well-read Black girl, and I'm really trying to support Black women writers. And this is their selection for, I think, May, for the adult readers. And it was so good, like reading over it. I read it a couple weeks ago in kind of anticipation for Kentucky, among other reasons. And I was like, what am I going to say about it? And just rereading it, it's so, like, the language is so good. Like, I love nouns in writing, and she is great with nouns. Like, it's all so vivid, and it's very romantic. It's short stories. Some of them are super short, and they're told in different formats. Like, this is one of those books, I read it in like 24 hours. And interestingly, some of the characters recur. I was going to say reoccur, but I think it's recur. Like, you'll read about them in an early story, and then they'll appear again later. And so I stayed up really late thinking, like, oh, what's going to happen? And there's, a lot of sensuality in this, a lot about sex, a lot about romantic relationships. And I'm not a huge contemporary reader. So it was really good for me to read something, that was published in March 2020. And also, as I was reading all her, like at the end, she says, inspirations. Like, what a great idea. She has a couple stories in here. I was like, oh, I wish I would have thought of that. She talks about girl hearts and all the ingredients that go into a girl heart. And then she lists all these nouns. Like, let me just read a little bit, since I actually flipped to it at the right time. Possible ingredients: too much black eyeliner, roses, champagne from a can, champagne in a bottle, music to watch boys to by Lana Del Rey, pink lavender cigarettes, flower water, flower crowns, Formation by Beyonce, glossy lips, glossy eyelids. Like, this whole book is full of beautiful stuff like that. So March 2020, and I got not all, but almost all of like her pop culture references. And I was like, this woman has to be pretty much the exact same age as me. Like, her first inspiration, it's in, like, she does it in alphabetical order, but names the numbers first. Like, the first thing in her inspiration is 1979 by Smashing Pumpkins. So just now I looked up on the Lincoln City Libraries, do they have any other books by her? And they have her novel, which it's like Independence Day when they're going to go to see the aliens. And that one stripper was like, I'm going over there as soon as I get off. Tomorrow morning, I'm going over to the Lincoln City Library and getting Leesa Cross-Smith's novel. Anyway, and I looked it up, and you know how it says author and then the year they were born? Unsurprisingly, she was born 1978. So, again, it always hurts my heart a little when I see like these amazing people that are my exact age who've already written books. And but anywho, and Leesa Cross-Smith, it says, a homemaker and the author of Every Kiss a War and Whiskey and Ribbons, she lives in Kentucky with her husband and children. Like, how great is that? She's a homemaker, lives in Kentucky, and writes this wonderful book that I wouldn't even have known about if I hadn't started following well-read Black girl. So I am saying to my readers, get out there and read some Leesa Cross-Smith. Support literary Kentucky. Support Black women writers. Oh, and support my channel. Thanks for tuning in, crew. See you later.